Hey guys, hey Twitch, hey YouTube, Gaming Guy here, continuing my free-to-play Hearthstone series. And my last stream and recording of this, I was pretty tired and cranky, so I've adjusted my schedule so I can get a bit more sleep. I'm still a bit tired, but I just got to be patient with myself and realize that my results will come, you know. So, and you also saw my other account, so you know that most of what I'm saying you should believe by this point, I think. But we're gonna I'm gonna include this like ladder and daily gameplay. I'm not gonna include all of it, but I know some of you guys definitely want to see this. And at the end of the month, we're gonna do like ladder days only on stream, so we can push and see how to try to get into Legend League and see how many not as quickly as we can, but in a short amount of time, right? That's the way to progress, I think. We can use the arena cards that we've gathered from like 3 weeks, the new cards, and then see where we can get to with our new stuff. So it's an extra bit of fun. So I will do this recording for ladder, getting us ready, completing our 2 dailies. I will do the brawl for a pack, I guess, too. And then once we start arena, I'll start the next episode. So this is the ladder episode on the free-to-play series. And I did add something right here. Let me make sure it looks good. Okay, good. So I want you guys to see how much gold I have, because I know a lot of you want to see how it is to like build a bankroll. Can I move this? Good. Okay, good. Finally, this debugged. Hold on. Where is the... Okay, I know exactly where I want to put this thing then. Put it right there. Wait, no, my name goes there. Like right here. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so that's something that I haven't been able to do. So adding the DirectX, running this on my computer, everything is working like pretty much flawlessly. So this is working properly. So I don't think we're going to lag out of many more games, and that will definitely alleviate a lot of frustration, because I've my 2 best decks that I've drafted out of the like 8 arenas on my series on my YouTube. I had connection issues on both of those lists, which prevented me from getting a lot more wins, and that really is frustrating, especially when you're doing a free-to-play series and you're trying to build a bankroll, because it's not easy, but it's definitely doable. Oh, and this is the sorry, I forgot, got sidetracked. This is the today's snapshot of the arena meta. So hold on. We will be picking, until we get like at least above 1,000 gold again, we will be picking the best available class. Unless I've already done like two of that in a row and there's a good alternate available or something like that, and I just really don't feel like playing it. But even then, I'll probably still pick it, because I want to get above 1,000 gold and preferably get like more than that. And like after we get above 4,000 gold, we can use our profit for packs too, is I think what I'll do. 4,000 gold is a pretty good safe bankroll. Let's see what this brawl is. Choose boss now. Dungeons bosses want to help you play. Build your own deck and get random boss power each time you use it. Get a new one. Interesting. We'll play Warrior, since he's 9th. I'm probably not going to pick him, even though he's one of my favorite classes. And it's kind of funny, he was the 10th back when I had, I think it was 7.2 average on Hearth Arena, over like 100 or 50 to somewhere between 50 to 100, 50 to 100 arenas, excuse me. Warrior was the 10th worst class, but he was my favorite class to play. I played all the classes evenly. I just went by whatever class I wanted to, and I had like an 8-win average. He was like my 2nd or 3rd best hero, just because I was able to, people didn't know what to expect, and I didn't think people were optimally drafting warrior depleted warrior strengths that it did have. And as you can see, like, it's only a 10% variance from shaman at 44% to mage at 54. But we're going to use that little advantage, but I think that just means that the classes, the bottom 4, are just more difficult to play. That's very good balance. So the arena, I think, is pretty good. It's just we're playing better people too, so it's harder to average 7 wins now. Oh wait, so we actually have to make the deck. I was hoping it'd be preloaded with our cards. Okay, so that puts us at a disadvantage. Okay, I think we just want to get lucky. That card's good, that card's good. One more card. That card's good. Okay. We have high tempo cards that the broom isn't as good. Our curve looking like our early game's fine. We don't need any more. Like, we don't have a lot of playable stuff, but I guess that's a mid-range card. But still, we have 10 freaking 2-drops. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess it's like not as aggro-y as it looks. So I guess we can go more control orientated. I'm just picking like the strongest cards that I see. Okay, we have a lot of good 3-drops. I'd rather go Discover over Freeze. Maybe take one of these. Like, I want to discover cards that are ridiculous, basically. Okay. Is there like any ridiculous 5? That's not like a bad 5 or whatever. I mean, that's the best 5 we're gonna find. Okay, I'm gonna take out something. I don't think we need Commanding Shout. I take away one of those. Okay, so that gives us 2 more spots. Warrior has struggles clearing the board. Then I just want some type of most broken card that we have. Which might be this card. Or this card. That's not really game winning. We'll just go with a value Proto Drake. You know, simple deck. A lot of good, strong, cheap cards. And it's kind of slightly tempo, slightly control based. Oh, and I am streaming earlier on before the early evening, where the pets get active too. Oh, and something else that I just thought of is I'm gonna try to in the future. I think I'm gonna keep my same different game every 3 days until I get further along in each of the challenges. Like, if I die in the Diablo series, that'll be over. I don't expect to die anytime soon, but that's probably the most difficult series that I have going on. But those two other days are like gonna be cut like 2 to 3 hours, and maybe I'll do like a 4 to 5 hour stream for Hearthstone, so I can get like more done, to put it in a better way. Words, right? To put it in a better way, to put it better, I don't have the words. I have gotten more sleep, but the lack of sleep from the past few days has caught up with me. That doesn't mean I don't know if I'm gonna do like a what's this long stream today because I have to get up at like 4 in the morning for, you know, fun army things. But excuse me. In the future, after my AT ends, which will be in like a little over a week, then I will try to make my Hearthstone days a little bit longer of a stream. So this is definitely Token Druid. And that just trades with the 2/2s. This puts us ahead. So hopefully there's less barking and... Oh, don't do it. Of course. Okay. Wow. Oh yeah, that's part of the ability. Oh, that's cool. I'll just go ahead and play this now. I forgot about the what the brawl was, the hero power thing, so he got pretty lucky there. That was kind of perfect for him. Let's go ahead and play a rush minion.
Job done.
Check on battlefield. Interesting.
By the power of Ragnarok, I have the power.
That's a good card.
Weapons for my master.
And we are drawing like poo-poo.
Back to work.
No tomb can hold me!
Try this.
Okay, so our like lower tempo based deck that we made is actually really strong with this hero power. So you can use multiple hero powers per turn, that's good.
Guide my lands.
This is Ramp Druid.
Guide my lands.
Okay, well that's not going to be useful after this turn.
For the major domo. No problem. There.
So now we're 2 mana ahead of him.
Weapons for my master.
What does this do? So we can hit this for 5, 8. There we go.
At your command.
Pretty sure that he's the control deck and has bigger stuff, so we just want to keep a bigger board and use this overpowered hero power. This is something we can ignore. Die some slime. What does the slime do?
Sequence complete.
Oh, come on.
So exciting! How's this?
Just having a lot of tempo. We got a pretty crappy Tron. He had a much better Tron.
I could take it.
I don't like this is terrible. I don't want him to have more spell damage. Like swipe now clears my whole board.
Sequence to the head. Another soul to consume. Back to work. How's this?
Okay, so we need to block this heavy card. We got lucky. We got the 1 and 3 that we needed, and we needed to play taunt and not die. So hopefully he can't answer this.
What to do?
Okay, that's good. He should still be alive then. Yeah, my advice for Brawl deck tips if you enjoy Brawl. The strongest decks are going to be the ones that are like, that have all the best 1 through 4 mana cards, and nothing really higher than that. So you can, the hero power is the best thing, stronger than the cards you're playing. Like, this Proto Drake is a really good card, but since I can only hero power once, it's slow, and there's a 2 mana thing that saps it, so we kind of won the game off of sapping his Ancient. Oh, he suicide?
Well played.
Okay.
can see.
So we got our pack. Okay. So that's done with Brawl now.
Rare.
Okay, so we have to play 20. So we have to complete both of these. We need to play 22 more spells and do 8 more turns. So we'll complete this in our next game. Spells. I have an idea of what deck I want to play. Let's make sure it has enough spells. See our new cards that we got. Spell Burst. Strong 1-drop, that's good. I really like that the common cards are a lot more powerful than they used to be. Like the common cards used to basically not even get played in like beta. Like you'd maybe have like one. Now the common cards are like a lot of them are very usable, so you can make a decent deck even if you're doing free to play. So how many spells? Let's do a spell count. 1, 2. This is the deck I want to play. I made this last stream. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so the deck is like 1/3 spells. That's good enough. That's probably gonna be like another 6 games. And if it's taking a while, I'll just make a complete, just a 30 spell deck, and we'll get it done quicker. I'll probably do like, I'll play like 5 games here, and if we haven't completed it, I'll do a spell only casual, and we'll get it done, and we'll start arenas. Because I don't want this episode, like the daily stuff, to take more than like an hour. I want to do at least one, have a time for at least one, hopefully 12-1 arena run, if not 2. So, and if the second one again has to be on my main account, so be it.
Your curiosity will be the end of you. For Doomhammer.
I think this is like definitely the top 3 decks that I have right now. Top 2, my favorite deck. I enjoy playing Control. We're playing Mage. Actually, Mage is probably going to be slow. I'm just going to keep this greedy hand. I don't really have to worry about Mages zerging me down. And I would like to get into Gold League before the end of the month. If not higher. It just depends on how many games we win. See at Quest Spell Mage. Cost 1 less. I mean, that just pings. That does something, but we have a 6, so this gives us a...
There is little time.
Does that card overload us? No, it doesn't. Okay, so now we have a perfect curve.
Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise up!
Just casino mage
The
stuff.
dark void awaits you. Greetings, friend.
So now we can do the coin 3.
Greetings from the cold dark.
Now I'll give your minions, resummon, ancients. I like this, because he's probably gonna... I mean, the 0 mana play is the highest tempo, but if we can get like 3 minions on board and then get this down, it's gonna be very hard for the mage to clear that board, which is what we want. We want to make our minions hard to deal with, so we can't just sit here and casino all day.
All in due time.
I am master of magics.
That's not really what I wanted to see.
I'm not ready.
Since I can't kill it, I'm just gonna smork. This can kill it.
Crush. No.
New garden for a clear.
So if we play this, it's overloading 3. We'll have 6. We'll have 3 mana the following turn.
The frost wolves stand ready.
Which we could have this rushing is a decent play. I guess that's our play. And then we can do a Fire Ellie Totem. And Eye of the Storm probably will have, this is a good follow-up to Eye of the Storm. So hopefully he doesn't have the polymorph. Now I don't know. Okay, so has he? I don't know if he's like the single spell list too. He probably has 2 polys.
I will.
Okay, so we're getting dealt with the 6/6. Good. Guess we can just draw more cards. The goal obviously is to win, but I definitely am wanting to cast spells over minion play. If it's as good, I'm going to use the spell.
All in due time.
The sands are for sculpting. Perfect.
So he finishes his quest this turn.
Undeniable power.
Business is booming.
Job done.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't mirror. So now, next turn, I want to do Vivid Spores if he doesn't clear this board, which, like, this isn't that threatening of a board for a board clear, but next turn will be. So maybe that's like Counterspell or the 4 mana thing. If you can't freeze us this turn, then we're looking good here.
True mastery takes dedication.
Wow, seriously? That is so broken.
Well done, interloper.
What a ridiculous roll.
Power.
That's so dumb. Okay, so he upgrades our minion force.
We hunger for vengeance.
Huh. So lucky we get transform into one that costs one more.
Buried alive.
Yeah.
Distraction.
Yeah. We lost the game on the 100% high roll from the second Apex missiles or whatever that the 5 damage is. Okay, so we only casted 3 spells. If we lose 2 more games, if we don't win 2 of the next 2 games, I'm just gonna make a spell only mage as well.
Thrall versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
For Doomhammer.
That's pretty good.
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
This is probably token druid. So we just gotta avoid him getting like a full board as much as possible. Or maybe it's just some weird, free-to-play druid, I guess. I don't want to overload. I want to play this next turn. Wait, that card overloads me? Oh my god. Freaking noob. That overloads me. Okay. I wanted to play this next turn, but I guess that was impossible, so we'll do this. Gain 2 mana crystals. I'll do another portal.
Hands-on experience.
I don't want to give him a perfect swipe. So he's going to attack there if he has swipe. So miss out on 3 damage if I do that. Okay, so I transform.
A charming composition.
Okay, this is gonna be good when he plays a bunch of crazy druid things. We can just make them murlocs. It's a good answer.
Nature's true power.
Wow, a bite. Yeah, this has got to be another like free-to-play player. These cards seem pretty weak. That's the perfect card for this situation. Which is great. That means we're not losing to more powerful cards. And this guy is probably halfway decent at the game. Being in silver with the weakish cards that I've seen so far. Better than your average player.
Need a hand, explorer?
We must stop this corruption.
So we got a druid legendary. Duplicate your hand. Well, oh, that got created, okay. Okay, so that was the highest value play that we had. I need him to play more of this, unload more of his hand before I use my clears. So here's the better part of his deck. Gotcha. So he has 2 random legendaries.
We must stop this corruption.
You got pretty good high rolls against this as well.
We shall end this disturbance.
So the reason I used the board clear, even though it was only 2 cards, he's not going to expect me to have a second one. And you want a board clear with a board. That's something that's pretty big to understand. If I board clear and have no board, I didn't gain any tempo, I didn't really gain any advantage. I'm just kind of stalling. Which is fine if I have some big grand plan at the end of the game. But this deck really doesn't have that, so... Okay, so that means he has no more swipes. So everything is a one of. So that's why we see cards like Bite. Okay, that makes more sense.
Step up!
Okay. Little bump here, this will get value and die. Maybe everything will become Murlocs. We're a little behind on value. We need to draw some of these cards. But we're casting a decent amount of spells. Okay, I guess he misplays and throws away a 3/3. Oh, okay, never mind. So 1 dies, 2 die, we have a 5/6 left. He has a 6/3, still on board. That was a battle cry, so that's now just a 6/8. We do this, he's ahead on Murlocs. We don't have an answer to the rest of his hand, yeah. So it sucks that one of them dies for free, but I need him to unload more of his cards. That just generated so much more value. And he just keeps generating value. That's like the infinite value of this meta is a little ridiculous. Alright, we'll cast our Murloc thing next turn. It'll be 3/3. Or I guess 3/4. Or no, we can. So we can make it 4-on-4.
Business is booming!
And it doesn't look like we're going to win this game either. So if I lose a third game in a row, then I'll just get it done in casual.
Turn the incubators to 11!
And it's not like our decks are that much weaker or anything than the 2 games we lost. People are playing high roll RNG decks and they're high rolling against us, which happens in Hearthstone. This deck's probably a little bit better power level wise than ours. I wish I could get 1 more damage. Maybe we draw the lurker below or something next turn, who knows? If he just didn't generate like 20 cards, this game would be winnable. So if you're like, when we do more deck building in the future, I'm gonna just try to generate as many cards as I can.
It is not yet your time.
Which is kind of what you want to do in Arena too.
Life and hope are worth fighting.
That Elise was ridiculous value off that 1 card.
Heavens quake at my brood.
Like generated like 8 cards. But I guess it's gonna be our last turn here. What do these things do again? Maybe not. I'm just waiting for me to have not a spell to play. This game's unwinnable now. At least too strong. Okay. The play still kind of sucks. You should have used these 4 forwards to value trade. You could have used the bees on a totem and still had a board. That was better. So, small minor misplay that doesn't really matter. Okay, we get a lackey. Give a minion +1. And that doesn't do anything. Okay, I guess we'll just hold on to this for next turn. So I guess our next turn, I was hoping we'd get Spell Lackey.
Magic amuses me.
We need Earthquake.
We are friends now. Hello, friend.
If we top deck Earthquake, we have a chance of winning. So now we don't have a chance of winning.
Double time and double
You win this.
Okay. Just playing as many spells as I can. Oh, we leveled up. But the last time we played, okay, so I guess we can just keep playing Shaman until the Spellmaster is done.
Thrall versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin for Doomhammer.
And if you do play ladder, don't get... Jesus, Duchess, can you stop barking, puppy? If you do play ladder and don't get discouraged if you have a losing streak. That's bound to happen. Happens to everybody. Like the hour before we won like 5 games in a row or something, so now that we're losing 2, it was with the same deck list too. It just happens sometimes.
Step up! Job done.
2 people high rolled the crap out of us, so what can you do? We finally got our best card in our deck. This card's really strong.
Step up!
Business is booming!
Knock it down! Job done.
I really want to pressure the Hunter. It's hard to come back as Hunter, so... If he is one of these slow spell Hunter type lists and we can get a lot of early damage in, we'll win. Just off that.
Get knocked down!
Rocket legs!
I figured it was explosive, that's the most common.
Job done.
So he had to use like all of his tempo. And we were able to deal with the powerful secret card right away. So he has 4 on board. You know, like it's better to play this on an empty board-ish than to play it now, because 4 isn't like out of, like, especially with 2 beasts on board, this could just die to kill command, and then our next turn we'd have what? 3 mana and we have nothing to do. But if we play this turn, and then we can play this next turn. And then after that we have 9 mana and we can actually lurk for below, so you kind of want to plan out your turns. Not the greatest 3-drop at 2/3.
Nothing but a bunch of big birds!
Okay, I would rather deal with this control card. Card deals with the board nicely.
Never enough food!
I definitely don't want Hunter to be able to target the board with his hero power. Okay. So he either has no more secrets or a secret in hand. There we go. So we got our first one of today. Sucks we only played one spell.
Thrall versus
And I know a lot of people aren't interested by ladder gameplay yet because it's just silver, but
For Doomhammer.
my gameplay doesn't change, but when we progress through the leagues, people will become more interested. And we will. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, this is good against Paladin. We don't have like anything to play other than the 3-drop. And then maybe just a ping if we need it. But I was hoping we'd draw something, which we did. And this is my best answer to annoying Paladin buff boards.
Step up!
So yeah, we had guys that had a lot of cards. Okay, so he's buffing this.
Not on my watch. Get knocked down!
Interesting.
Business is booming!
Step up!
Let's make our highest tempo play. This looks like a pretty aggressive deck list.
Who are we hitting today?
Not on my watch.
Okay, so I did that in the wrong order. Oops. I didn't know about that being a card.
Legs!
Get knocked down!
So that's a new Paladin secret. What did that secret do? Never surrender. When your opponent casts a spell, give your minions +2 health. So we should have cast our spell last.
A swift death.
So we have the Rogue Prime, and we have our choice of premium 6-drop. So this game's looking good because I'm definitely the control deck, and I kind of tied in the early game, so we were definitely ahead. This is an aggro Paladin list. Oh, and the 2 decks we lost to were like, obviously people who have bought some decks. So. I guess we'll just do that. Just gonna take this slow and try to cast a lot of spells.
Cannonball!
Okay, there's his kings. Spell damage +2. Overload 2. That allows us to do the most. Ballet Ghost is cool, but we don't have any like face damage spells.
Cannonball!
I feel bad for you.
Which, if he's he's playing the control game against us, it's like basically an aggro list, we've pretty much already won. That was timely ooze. We want to overload this turn because we want to have 10 mana on our 10 mana. turn, so we can cast Eye of the Storm, and that basically will shut him out of the game.
Put your faith in the light.
Yeah, and that's probably like the only late game card in this that these aggrolists like to run is Tyrion. Permanently stealth, that's pretty cool. I'll just give him fewer and fewer options.
Impurity will not be tolerated.
I guess it's some type of mid-range. He has a decent amount of late game. Pretty fortunate top deck for him. Jesus. Draw 1 card, generate 6. That's what this meta is.
I cannot wait to read these.
Insanely lucky turn. Wow. I don't want him to bounce that card. Typically it's better to kill a dude than a random other 1-drop, because there's dude buff cards, but bouncing that is like way too much tempo. So this is a good 7 mana play.
I feel bad for you. Picking me. Reporting for duty.
Puppy barking at people walking outside. Okay, so this is better than that. We can battle cry here. We can get rid of one of these annoying dude taunts. Now I know I could rush this and clear, but I'm gonna start pushing some face damage. This guy's getting a bit too lucky. Let's make it harder for him to utilize his weapons and stuff. All of our opponents, well, I'd rather our opponents on ladder get lucky than in the arena. So hopefully all of our arena opponents just have the worst luck imaginable.
It is not yet your turn.
This is kind of ridiculous.
I have been burning.
This death rattle, this. So he needs this to die somehow.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
This'll fix you right up.
Okay, so he goes all in, and then we can just simply Lightning Storm, and the extra 2 health will still die because of the spell damage. And now he's dead. Okay, I think we need to play one more, right? Yeah, we just gotta cast 2 spells, and then we'll do arenas.
Thrall versus Leandrin.
My blade burns with holy fire.
For Doomhammer.
Another paladin. Can't keep Eye of the Storm, even though it probably will shut paladin out of the game.
Job's done.
So I guess 2, 3, 4. What we're doing. That last deck was pretty interesting. I mean, I guess it's more now so true than ever before to never concede. Because that guy looked like he had like a less than 1% chance and he almost hit winning. Like if he would have just been able to kill that dragon, he'd kind of evened out the value.
Oh, it says explode!
I guess we do this.
Get knocked down! Job's done.
Random hunter, and so I don't. The spell damage in paladin isn't that scary. I don't. Okay, yeah, that was generated, but
Reporting for duty.
oh, if clearing the board is stronger. So now we got him to use his coin too. So. Silence, 1 damage to all minions, deal 4 damage for holding a dragon. It also damages his neighbors. Dragon count is what, 0? But we can discover a dragon.
What?
We already have a storm, so that's alright. That gives us the most different options. Now I don't want to have paladin on turn 4 and have a minion that can attack. Kings is going to be probably in most paladin lists. It's in my list.
The best defense is a great defense!
Let's see what lackey we get. If we get the 2 damage lackey, that'd be pretty nice. Damn.
Double time and double pay!
Just don't let have this is probably a buff it in. Just don't let him have a minion that can attack if you can help it.
I do love a good study session.
Look at how sticky and annoying all his stuff is. He really wants to have a turn where he can attack. And we don't want that to happen.
No breaks!
So that's 2 spells, so we finished our daily. Which is good. We need to draw some decent mid-game card. Storm isn't going to be good for a while. It's good that we're still ahead, but we're running out of answers, yeah.
Study session.
I almost want to Storm, but I definitely want to play Alakira on next turn, so
Step up!
let's go ahead and the question is, do I leave this up? I just don't think I do. I don't want to like give him a moment to breathe. Really, like he can kind of relax now that he has a taunt, and it gives him so many options. He clearly can't answer, doesn't have a Consecrator, it's something to answer our small minions. See, look at the buff. Now we can ignore this because it doesn't have taunt. Oh, and we actually had lethal. I didn't do the math. Oh, we're 1 off. My bad. So I definitely played this game correct. And if he taunts, we have the Hex, so unless he clears our board, he's dead, basically, or heals himself.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
If you see a Paladin playing like these really annoying sticky minions, it's because he has a bunch of crazy buff cards most of the time, right? That's why you put those type of minions with the buff cards, so you can use your buff cards. And he's just dead to the board. So, started off with 2 losses and ended with 3 wins. So if we win one more game, I know I said this was going to be the last one, but let's see if we win one more game to get into Gold League. So win or lose, this is our last ladder game. And I'll change the title to Arena for that. See, and I haven't even been trying to push ladder. I'm just literally only doing it to get the buy-in back because we've had really shitty problems with Arena. RNG kind of, learning mistakes, and then settings mistakes that's been causing lag outs. So we've fixed all that though. So this is exactly kind of the hand that you want against a Demon Hunter. They're an aggressive class. It's going to try to spam you, like zerg you down. So we have the board clears. If he makes a bunch of 4-2 and 2-2s, we can kill individual minions, and we have a taunt. So it's a pretty good hand against Demon Hunter. Hopefully we win so we can move into Gold League. Lady Vosh, cool. The prime cards are usually just snap picks, unless you have a specific situation. The death rattle that they put into your deck is usually extremely powerful. Or always. No. So I'd rather him use his like eye removal on this 4-3 than my taunt. This is also better if for a portal next turn, if he can't remove it. I mean, it sucks if he has his silence card, but this is a random generated card. There's other cards that are good silence targets in my deck too. And it's the best if he does nothing like he's doing, so... Were you playing some controlled Demon Hunter list? This is pretty weird. Or maybe he's just, like, doesn't have the cards and outcast that he needs. I mean, like, maybe he disconnected too. Rope concede, man. Just let me get into gold so I can start on Arena. Now, that's a nice little, like, side goal I accomplished too. I had it in mind. I definitely knew it was possible, but we had such a rocky start with people high rolling their discoveries against us. I didn't think it was going to happen this episode. Wow, now we're high rolling. And I just wasted the coin. Oops, that is a silver rank play right there.
That was a mistake.
I forgot that the this card reduces it by 1. So again, another good reason to play ladder. If you're a new player, to have your mistakes be in ladder is a lot less punishing than arena. Because this easily could be game losing now, and if it's game losing in arena, it directly affects how much gold you make. So But he's got me so, I guess, slightly bored because he's playing really slow and not doing anything.
Unleash foe!
Okay, so it's like a control demon, and next turn is going to be pretty terrifying, so it'd be nice to be able to coin this to respond. Too bad I fumbled that. Very low roll 3. And it's good, like Rogue, to get Demon Hunter life resource down, so he's got to have some type of crazy turn coming. Okay, it just clears our board. We got 2 primes, so that's good.
Step up!
Should re-up the board. And I would say, I don't know what his curve looks like, but he probably made the mistake of having way too many like this to this cost range and not enough up here. Since he's been able to do like literally, what has he done? Played 1 card on his turn 6. Could have just drawn really bad. This is awkward. I guess we just do that. This card gets a 3 for 1, which sucks, but we can't do anything about it. If he kills us some other way, then we can Earthquake next turn. Ooh, somebody just texted me. Oh, my friend.
I grow impatient. Time grows short. I grow impatient.
Okay, maybe his thing is he is trying to get rope conceits.
Strike me down and prepare for fell.
Okay, so this is an easy Lurker Below turn. Wait, what does this card do when it... Summon a random demon from your hand. That's a little bit scary, but hopefully, let's see what comes out. Okay, yeah, this is a super greedy control list, and it's a pretty terrible list. He's gonna lose most of his games. You might think, oh yeah, how can I lose because I put all these heavy cards in my hand, and he's probably gonna win this game. But anybody with a stronger tempo, he's only beating me because I'm a control deck, right? So if he plays mid-range or aggro deck, they're gonna kill him if he's doing nothing for 6 turns. I'm not saying that because I'm salty or, you know, whatever. Like, look at all this. Like, all of his cards are like 5 or more. It's a really bad list. Even though he just won. That's all we can do on this turn, right? Be alive. Okay, and then we can Lightning Storm, so we'll be at what? 11? We can Storm, play this card. So, gold will come later when we do dailies again. It might not be for a long time. It might not be till the end of the month. But it happens. No big deal.
I grow impatient.
I'm just gonna concede this guy takes way too long.
You win this.
I don't want to sit here for 4-minute turns when my odds of winning are super low. I want to get to arenas. So, I mean, you can see that that strategy can work, but it wastes a lot of your own time. And most of the time I'll sit there and play it out, but that's a game that I've basically lost for the most part, because I can tell that that guy's deck is more controlling than mine, and he has the board. So my odds of winning are super low. Like, he's just gonna play a bunch more greedy crap and kill me eventually. And I would rather not wait another 10 minutes for that to happen. So let's get started with Arena.